أَمْ أَمِنْتُمْ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاءِ أَنْ يُرْسِلَ عَلَيْكُمْ حَاصِبًا فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ.
Or do you feel secure that he who holds authority in the heaven would not send against you a storm of stones? Then you would know how severe was my warning.
بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أم أمنتم من في السماء. Or have you come to peace? Are you feeling so secure from the one in the sky? That أن يرسل عليكم حاصبا, that he sent upon you a very powerful wind with stones in it. That was the punishment of Lut alayhi salam. And then it says, فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرٌ. Soon you will know how was the warning. We know that day in and out we use this strategy with our employees, with our children, with even spouses. The consequences, it just works for human psychology, right? If you tell them ahead of time the consequence of a bad action, the chances are very high that any smart person, according to whatever the consequence, according to their age, whatever the consequence is, they would avoid it. And that is the purpose. SubhanAllah, how many times we as parents tell our children, when or if this happened, the consequence would be so and so. Our purpose is not to scare them. Our purpose is not for them to hate us. Our purpose is not to show our authority in a negative, mean way. Our only goal by giving consequences to our children is so that they stay within the limits and they don't end up doing what they should not do, what can harm them. So we come from a place of love and care and affection and compassion when we say, if you if you drive after 8 o'clock, you will not be able to drive for a month or a week. Your privilege will be taken from you, right? The consequence is extremely intense for that teenager perhaps, or young adult. But our purpose of this whole process is to keep them safe, to keep them from harm. And this is exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why He's telling us a Jahannam, a Sa'ir, blazing fire. This is what will happen. Why? Because He, from all His divine compassion, wants us to be saved from that. And we will be big losers if we did not listen to the consequences and limits and didn't stay within our privileges and did what we are supposed to do, the way we are supposed to do. May Allah grant us the wisdom and inshallah ability to understand these consequences, these warnings as His divine love for us, so that we can earn that love permanently in the hereafter, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Now this ayah starts with meaning or, and this ayah continues the questioning. It is a disapproving question which expresses Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's disappointment. Or do you really feel safe from the one who is in the heavens, that He will not send down upon you hasiban? Now, hasiba is used in another place in the Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the people of Lut alayhi salam. And it is used with, the earth, ahsabatil ard, which means a land which is full of stones, rocks. Similarly, muhassaba is basically a place where the hujjaj, the people for pilgrimage, go where they pick up their pebbles for jamarat. And hasaba, basically when it comes with sky, it means strong winds, which are tornado-like, and they can have two things. One is either literally they come with stones from the sky, which is the divine punishment, or the Mufassirun say they are extremely strong winds which pick up stones from the ground and then hit. we just go back, وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرِ, they will be thrown into the hellfire, and it is a bad place. And then they will be asked by the guardians, Alam ya'tikum nadhir, did not a warner come to you? And then they would say, Law kunna nasma'u aw naqilu, if only we had listened or thought. And it is basically, that the warning is coming again and again from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in different forms, in, different ayat. Similarly, in the previous ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked a question to all of us, that do you feel safe that the earth could not swallow you? Or in this ayah, strong winds, violent winds with stones, they can come down upon you. And He subhanahu wa ta'ala is capable of sending punishment from beneath us or above us. Beneath is basically the earth, and above us is the sky. And if we see the sequence of the ayat, it is perfectly sequenced, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about earth first, and then He talks about the punishment from the earth. Then He talks about the punishment from the sky, after which Allah ta'ala will again ask us, in the following ayahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to appreciate and admire the sky. Some Mufassirun have also said that earth has been, mentioned before, because the people do their actions, their deeds on the earth, which go up to the sky. Therefore, mentioning of the earth has come first and then the sky.
لا إله إلا الله